Hi, welcome back. So let's continue with the Indian accounting system. In this session, we are going to study about tax invoices, GST and HSN code. Let's start with the GST. GST means goods and services tax. So in India, basically there are three types of GSTs. One is a SGST, that is states, goods and services tax. CGST, central goods and services tax, and IGST, that is integrated goods and services tax. In general, GST is an indirect tax and it is also known as consumption tax. In India, every citizen is ruled by two governments. One is a central government and other is a state or a union territory government. In the same way, we need to pay taxes for every goods or a service we purchase to both the governments, that is central government as well as state governments. As I mentioned earlier, there are three taxes. One is a SGST, CGST and IGST. Let's understand one by one. SGST means states, goods and services tax. So this tax is collected by state government, and CGST is central goods and services tax, and this is collected by central government, and IGST is integrated goods and services tax. This tax, that is IGST, comes into play whenever the transaction happens between two states, that is intrastates. So let's understand how this GST works. GST works on the basis of HSN code. So let's understand HSN code first. HSN code is a harmonized system of nomenclature. This HSN code was developed by World Customs Organization, that is WCO. This HSN code is valid worldwide and India is also a member of WCO. Every item is nomenclature in a systematic way and arranged logically with a 6-digit numbers. So this 6-digit number denominates a particular item. Every goods or a item or a commodity is assigned by a 6-digit number by a WCO, and this number is a HSN code of that commodity or item. There are about 5,000 commodity groups which are nomenclatured under HSN code. Worldwide, 6-digit HSN code are maintained for different commodities. In India, GST percentage or the GST tax is based on the HSN code, entirely on the HSN code. So it's very important to know the HSN code of your products which you are trading with. To generate a tax invoice for a particular product or different products, it's very important to know its HSN code so that based on the HSN code of your product, you can charge the GST. To know the different HSN codes of your products or all the commodities available, or you can find a link below in a description. As we all know, there is a unique HSN code for every commodity or a product we trade in India. In the same way, every service has a service accounting code, that is SAC. This service accounting code is a unique nomenclature for every services in India. So all the GSTs on service or the taxes collected on service is determined by services accounting code. Let's understand this SAC or services accounting code in detail. Services accounting code, in short SAC. Services accounting code is issued by Central Board of Excise and Customs. This services accounting code is a 6-digit nomenclature to identify the different services and GST charged on them. These SACs are very similar to HSN codes. HSN codes identify the product and the GST charged on it. The same way SAC identifies the different services and GST charged on them. SAC is basically a 6-digit nomenclature, and every service has a unique combination of 6 digits. It's very important to know the SAC of the services you provide so that to raise the tax invoice against the services you provide, you need to identify the GST, percentage of GST or the taxation charged on the services. To know the different SACs or the services accounting code of all the services, visit the link below provided in the description. Now we know that all GST taxation rates are directly based on HSN codes for products and services accounting code for service. Now let's understand how the GST taxation works. GST taxation varies based on location of parties involved in a trading. That is, if you sell a product to a party within your state or a union territory, GST will be charged equal percentage of SGST, that is state GST, and CGST, that is central GST. Let's understand this with an example. If you sell a geometry box and a paper tray to a XYZ party within your state, let's consider a geometry box base cost of geometry box is 80 rupees. In this case, the HSN code for geometry box is 7326, and 7326 HSN code will be charged by will be taxed by 12% GST. As this is the transaction happened within the state, there will be only two GSTs involved. One is a CGST and other is a SGST, and both are charged equally. As it is having a GST of 12%, so 6% GST, CGST is charged and 6% of SGST is charged. Now let's understand how the GST taxation works. Apart from trading within the states, in cases like where the buyer and seller are from two different states or union territories, and in cases such as import and export, IGST is collected as a GST tax. So basically, in transactions or trading within the state, CGST and SGST are charged, but for intrastate or import or export tradings, only IGST is charged. For example, if you sell a geometry box to a customer from other state, in this case IGST is charged. Here, geometry box has a HSN code 7326 and IGST is charged 12%, that is 9.6 rupees. In case of within transactions or trading within the state, CGST and SGST are charged, but in case of interstate or import and export, only IGST is charged. Tax invoices or bill. Tax invoice is a printed document raised by a seller to a purchaser which shows the trading products or the trading services along with the amount charged on them and also the taxes collected. In India, a standard tax invoice should contain the seller GST TIN number, the seller address, contact number, and apart from this, very important part are tax invoice number, date of transaction, and also the product and rate at which the product is charged, and HSN code, GST charged in terms of percentage as well as in terms of currency, and at the end total. A typical tax invoice is shown here. It has a company header or the company's details along with address and GST TIN number, or this is the GST registration number of the seller, and it has an invoice number, date, and also the purchaser name. If the purchaser is a registered vendor, then you can mention the purchaser's GST TIN number. Apart from this, you can find the details like products, and every product has a HSN code as we discussed earlier. So HSN code of that product, if it is a service, if you are selling the service or you are raising the tax invoice for a services, then you need to mention the services and its services accounting code, that is SAC, along with quantity, rate, and very important part is GST. You need to mention the GST percentage as well as the GST amount and the total. At the end, you have to give the description of GST, like applicable GSTs. If it is the trading is happening within the state, so you have to charge for equal percentage of CGST and SGST. You need to give the breakup of that. And if the trading is in between the two different states, that I mean to say is if seller and buyer are from two different states, then you need to charge IGST. That breakup details you can include it in a tabular column, or you can detail description at the end of the bill. So this is how standard tax invoice is raised. Thank you.